Better be.
Hi, welcome to DIY with Gail in Ketchikan Public Library. Well, here we are down to the last two videos. Ketchikan Public Library is open 7 days a week again. We are not open evenings yet, but we have opened that Sunday from 1 to 5. And then of course the Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6. Today's video, I want to talk about fun in Ketchikan. Ketchikan, Alaska. Let's remember to add Alaska because that makes us a little different, doesn't it? As you can see, I'm sitting in a kayak here. And the reason I'm sitting in this kayak is because this is my new toy. And I don't know about you, but for me, I thought, ooh, fun. I can get out there and paddle and just have a really good time. But it turns out that there's a lot of things you need to know. Like dressing for what you're going to do, whether it be kayaking or hiking. We have things, we're on an island. Most of our fun is either going out on the water, be it by kayak or motorboat or fishing boat, or we go hiking. And that is what I want to talk about today. At the Ketchikan Public Library, we have this amazing little dry bag that is perfect to take on your trail hikes. Or if you have company coming, like I do, I have some of the family visiting from down south. And in this wonderful little bag, it provides us with birding information for keeping track of the birds that are that we see on our trip. There's also a pair of binoculars in this little pack, which I'll show you that also. But there are lots of these wonderful little brochures on trees and ferns, the muskeg, yes, mushrooms, you name it, it's in here. And all of these things, you should check this out before you go. Bear facts, I mean, you kind of want to know those bear facts before you run into a bear. Map. This little gadget is to put your phone in. It's a watertight phone pouch, which you can take pictures through it. And I have done it, and the pictures turn out absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, also in there is a wonderful book on all of the trails here in the Ketchikan area. Connell Lake is absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't been up there, I was up there last weekend. I hadn't been up there in I don't even know how many years. It was so beautiful. But I wanted to show you this just because with our friends coming in for summer visiting and whatnot, I wanted you to know that we have this stuff up at the library to get you going and keep our friends safe. And on top of that, also remember, at the Ketchikan Public Library, you can check out your spot, okay? It's just a safety measure, okay? Maybe it's because you don't know the people you're going with. Maybe you don't know the area you're going. Whatever the case, I always say it's just another layer of safety. In order to get one of these, you can stop by the Ketchikan Public Library or the Visitors Bureau. They also check them out. You will be asked to fill out a little iPad. They'll hand you an iPad and you'll fill out the details on there, where you're going, how many in your party, when you're going to be back, okay? And then they'll set you up with the spot. And with this item, you turn it on here, hold it for count of 10, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, I hope you can see, it started doing green on there, which tells us then it's on. It's pulsing up here, okay? So if we're out and we've checked it out, it won't track us until we push the boot print. That's tracking us, okay? At end of day, we can send a signal if we're out, say we're out for a couple of days camping, maybe it's a hunting trip or something, we can at end of day click OK, and that lets them know we're in for the night and we're down and good. If you have an emergency, you need some help, it's non-life threatening, but you don't know where you are, you can't get out, non-life threatening, you pull this one and they'll send help. They'll get you situated. This one over here, SOS, this one is life or death only. and you pull that one, and they will be out there so fast it'll make your head spin. Okay? And like I said, this is just another layer of protection that for doing your hunting trips, your camping trips, your day trips up to Deer Mountain, any of that kind of stuff. Okay, now I've talked about those items that you can get at the library, but some of the stuff that isn't in this pouch that I'd like to talk about is clothing. When you go on a day trip or an overnight trip, whatever, let's just talk day trips today. If you go on a day trip and you're going up that mountain, there is a chance on some of those trails you can encounter snow. These are not the correct shoes to wear when going into snow areas. So think about what you're wearing. You might have taken off and it was absolutely gorgeous when you left home, and flip-flops and shorts were the thing to do. But in your little backpack, please have your warm stuff. Layer up, always bring layers. Keep your head warm. This is not perfect. These hats are made to keep the sun off your face. If you're out in your kayak or you're out hiking and stuff, ears get cold, okay? Make sure you wear socks. Don't go sockless, okay? In Ketchikan, we joke about the Ketchikan tennis shoe. I happen to have only a partial size. I don't have the full boot here. These you do not want to wear kayaking, okay? I don't want you to drown. These fill with water, and if you can't kick them off, you will drown. The water fills up these boots. Wear something else kayaking, something that won't fill. They're absolutely perfect for going on that hike. You know, put a pair of wool socks in there. They'll get you through the mud. They'll get you through the snow, okay? But they will not get you through flipping a kayak. So please, please dress. And remember, these are usually what the kids have on when they're out there. If they can't kick them off, they can't swim, all right? Now, the other thing, when you're on the water, please, your life jacket does not go in there, okay? It's in there when you're not in the water, but when you're in the water, it needs to be on you. And here's why. Because so many people think that they can swim, and they can swim really good. And a lot of people think, Ward Lake, I don't need to wear one out there. It's not hard to swim in. I'm wearing mine, okay? Because, yeah, I can swim. But that person over there who's not wearing their life jacket, I'm going to need a little help. And I have my help. And the other thing, when you do look at your life jacket, get a whistle, okay? Even if you have to add it to yourself, I'm sure they sell them all over. And the reason I say a whistle is because at Ward Lake, you're kind of sitting in a bowl. So if I yelled, help, help, somebody's going to hear me, okay? Somebody walking around the lake, because it just echoes like crazy. But up at Connell Lake, I could yell all day and nobody's going to hear me, okay? So think about where you're going and how you're going and how long you're going. Check the weather. In our part of the country, the weather changes so fast. You can check with NOAA, you can check all the weather you want, and it still could be different than what it said. So check out our wonderful trail kit at the Ketchikan Public Library. If you don't know how to kayak and you just got yourself a new kayak like I did, I had no clue. I thought, oh, you just jump in it and you just paddle away, right? No. And we have DVDs at the library to tell you that. The bugs are really bad right now. Don't forget your bug dope too, okay? You'll need that when you're out there. So, heads up, play safe. As I said, remember, you could, while hiking, run into snow. Be prepared. Always bring a little fanny pack. You can get waterproof fanny packs, and around here, that isn't just for kayaking. We get a lot of rain. You need to keep things dry. Get a little dry fanny pack. They don't cost a whole heck of a lot. Get yourself some fire starter. Make sure you have matches, and even emergency blanket. Those things they look like aluminum foil. They're not aluminum foil, but they look like foil. And they're lightweight. You can carry it around. And yeah, you think, you know, I've been out there a million times and nothing's ever happened. Be prepared, folks. Be prepared. Stop in. Find out about the stuff you want to learn, you know, whether it be hiking our trails or paddling in a kayak. We have videos and we have books. See you at the library.